Envision a divine entity of absolute power, whose boundaries are non-existent. One that transcends time, having no beginning. The first, having no end. The last cannot be merely described as eternal, for he may be perceived as eternity itself. One that transcends principles of space, with no physical form, yet surrounds and dwells into all that's in our physical dimension. And all other possible dimensions within the realm of existence. An infinite number of possibilities. Resides within everyone and everything simultaneously. The most superior to all, with limitless capability. Possessing unparalleled, extraordinary wisdom that is invested relentlessly into generating the best possible outcomes and ensuring the eventual, ultimate good of all, collectively and individually. For He is Allah, the Creator of all things, the light of the heavens and the earth, and the wisest of rulers. Yet, one cannot help but wonder, how is it that God, with all His might, power, ultimate control and superior wisdom, can possibly allow for wars to break out, for pollution to escalate so viciously, epidemics to spread so vastly, for famine to strike so many lands? What kind of God would possibly let this take place? Doesn't the lack of order in a kingdom mean the absence of its king? Is there truly a God? Yes, there is a God. One God who has perfected everything He created with unfathomable preciseness and artistry. All flowing through an intricate web of connections for eras and eons, in sublime harmony. Each with a precise role in the grand scheme of existence, great and minute. Everything has an exact proportion. No errors, no conflicts. nothing to disrupt this miraculous, impeccable construct. And he began creating man from clay. Then made his posterity out of the extract of a liquid disdained. And then proportioned man, and breathed into him of his divine spirit. He fashions each human inside every womb into a shape and form that he wills. And prior to all of that, he had forged the human self and inspired it with knowledge of its wickedness and righteousness. Unique beings that came to be as a result of an exceptionally complicated creation process with potentials for extraordinary greatness. And unspeakable evil. That is the power of free will which has been generously bestowed upon us as the main element of our test on the earth. This rich, miracle planet that has more than enough food, water, and other renewable resources to sustain life and allow for all beings to thrive for millions of years to come. And it was our vow in this test to have faith in the Creator and do good, to maintain the balance that He has meticulously established while He observes, seeing everything that we do, until the inevitable return of all His creatures to Him for judgment. And what have we done? We have drilled into the earth for oil, spilled that oil wiping out millions of innocent creatures, spread air pollution everywhere we resided, left our trash all over the place, deforested entire lands to build shopping malls, commercialized everything until we became slaves to matter, accepted for a select few to live in preposterous richness while the rest suffer through excruciating poverty, embraced the contemporary forms of slavery introduced by corporations and politicians under the deceptive slogans of development and patriotism, based entire industries on the manufacturing of weapons of war at the expense of our brothers and sisters in humanity starving to death. Then the ones in charge used those weapons to massacre millions of honorable people for political power while most of us stood by and did nothing. We have even slaughtered the innocent in the name of religion itself. The natural order of life has been disrupted in countless terrains around the earth because of our own mindless choices. And then we actually had the audacity to deny the existence of God, with the argument that no God would ever wrong his creatures so horribly. We've been too blind and arrogant to realize a simple truth, that the Lord did not wrong us. We have wronged ourselves. And we're failing the test. If we truly want to begin understanding the greatness of our King, we may venture into space away from the destructive hand of mankind and marvel at the glory that is the kingdom of Allah. Absolute order prevails. a mystical combination of serenity and splendor. Earth is literally smaller than a grain of dust out here. The Sun, which is the closest star to us, is large enough to contain 1 million Earths inside of it. And even the Sun seems microscopic in comparison to other monstrous stars out there. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on our entire planet. And that's only in what we call the observable universe, the space we can observe from Earth, which is nothing compared to what must lie beyond. After all, we have only been granted a small fraction of knowledge. But despite our infinitesimal magnitude, our value to the Creator is so grand. For He has subjected to us all that's in the heavens and the earth, to serve us in ways we realize and others we can't possibly fathom. We are the youngest beings in the cosmos, and He has willed for us to be its masters. Behold, in that are signs indeed for those who reflect. Reflect. Reflect on the divine names of Allah through which we may begin to understand Him. Al-Khaliq, the Creator. Whose designs have never been and shall never be identical. Creativity beyond measure. He simultaneously paints all sunrises and sunsets around the earth. And every starrise and starset in the whole universe, down to the last detail, non-stop. Al-Jabbar, the powerful. Al-Wahhab, the bestower. Al-Muhaymin, the guardian. Al-Razzaq, the ever-providing. Ar-Rahim, the merciful. Al-Alim, the all-knowing, who has enumerated everything in number. And that means everything that was, is, or ever will be. Each cell within all living organisms, every atom in all existing materials, every particle within each water drop, all water drops in swamps, ponds, lakes, rivers, seas, and oceans. He knows the number of all grains of sand on the planet's surface, all grains of dust in its atmosphere, all creatures that live in the water, walk the earth, or fly in the air, all planets in our solar system and every other one in the galaxy, all solar systems within the galaxy, all galaxies in the entire universe, and everything beyond and in between. Ideas, dreams, principles, concepts, and even thoughts. We have made no just estimate of Allah as is due to His supremacy. The King, the All-Capable, the One to whom nothing is similar. Glory to Him in whose hands is the dominion of all things and to whom you shall be brought back.